Exercise 5.5 Problem 6 Discussion. Find the values of p for which the straight lines 8px plus 2 minus 3p into y plus 1 equal to 0 and px plus 8y minus 7 equal to 0 are perpendicular to each other. Right, so here it's very similar to the previous problem, but I think what will happen is you will get a quadratic equation in p because the terms are quite big, right? And so you will get a quadratic equation. So lines are perpendicular. So like a previous problem, find the slope of the first line, slope of the second line, multiply them and equate it to -1. You probably will get a quadratic equation in p and solve it and get the value of p, right? So what is given here? Anyway, let's mark it. As a practice, we should get into this. Marking what is given. Okay, right. The lines are given and they are perpendicular to each other. We are asked to find the value of p. When the lines are perpendicular, product of their slopes m1, m2 equal to -1. This is a key principle on which we need to work. Formula: slope m equal to negative coefficient of x divided by coefficient of y. So let's see the steps. Calculate the slope of both lines using m equal to minus coefficient of x divided by coefficient of y. Multiply the slopes and equate it to -1. As the lines are perpendicular, their slopes, the product of the slopes equal to -1. So multiply the slopes of the two lines and equate it to -1. You will get a quadratic equation in p. Solve that equation and get the value of p. Got it? So please pause the video here and try to work this problem on your own. And on completion, please come back and check your working against our solution. Given the solution, right? Given the two equations are given: 8px plus 2 minus 3p into y plus 1 equal to 0 and px plus 8y minus 7 equal to 0. And the lines are perpendicular. The slope of the line is given by this formula, right? So let's find the slope of this line. So slope of this line is minus coefficient of x, that is minus 8p, divided by the coefficient of y, that is 2 minus 3p, right? So it is minus 8p divided by 2 minus 3p. And now take the second line, that is px plus 8y minus 7 equal to 0. So slope of this line is minus coefficient of x, that is minus p, divided by coefficient of y, that is 8. So it is minus p by 8. And we know as the lines are perpendicular, the product of the slopes will be equal to 1. So minus 8p divided by 2 minus 3p into minus of p by 8 will be equal to -1. So that's what is done here. This 8 and 8 will cancel and minus will become plus. Right, and you okay, and then what will happen? You will get p square divided by 2 minus 3p will be equal to -1. Now you cross multiply and simplify, you will get a quadratic equation. So when you cross multiply, you will get p square equals minus of 2 minus 3p. So this will be p square. Now we expand this, minus 2 plus 3p, right? Then this will become p square minus 3p plus 2 equal to 0. So this is a quadratic equation in p. We need to solve by factorization. The factors of 2 into 1, that is constant into coefficient of p square is 1. So it is 2. 2 needs to be factorized. So 2 can be written as minus 2 into -1 and minus 2 minus 1 equal to -3, which means this minus 3p must be written as minus 2p minus p, right? That's what we have done here. P square minus 2p minus p plus 2 equal to 0. We have not changed anything. All we have done is that rewritten this slightly different. Minus 3p, we are writing it as minus 2p minus p, right? You can take p commonly out from the first two terms. So it is p into p minus 2. And here, if you want to get the same p minus 2, you'll have to take -1 commonly out from these two terms. So when you take -1, this will become p minus 2. So now you can take p minus 2 commonly out. It becomes p minus 2 into p minus 1. So a product of two terms equal to 0, then either this is 0 or this is 0. If this is 0, you'll get p equal to 2. If this is 0, you'll get p minus 1 equal to 0 or p equal to 1. Thus the values of p are 1 or 2 for which the two equations are perpendicular. Okay, I hope I made it clear. Anyway, let's recap. So find the equation, the equation is in the standard form. So find the slope of the first line, slope of the second line, and multiply them and equate it to -1. You'll get a quadratic equation in P. Solve that and get the value of P. Right? Very simple, isn't it? It takes little more working because you get a quadratic expression. Right? Okay, so I hope I made it clear. If not, please look at the video one more time. Thanks for watching this video.